Okay, so it just kind of freaked out on me halfway through, so I have to restart. So this is video blog number 4, and I'm going to be talking about what am I going to be talking about? I should know. The readings that we've done for the segment of the year or whatnot, and how media has changed argumentation. So the first reading that we did was called Mind Over Mass Media, and it was talking about how today society believes that the internet has kind of um, halted scientific advancement, and in a response to that, the author was kind of saying that it hasn't halted scientific advancement because there are many benefits of the internet, such as the ability to share like worldwide scientific research, and it and how the internet has also just been able to not be beneficial 100%, but like depending on the way it is used in science, it can be beneficial compared to our ideology of what it is. So the second reading that we did was called Flame and Filament, and it was talking about how a candlelight made things seem so much more real rather than, I'm going to get it right this time, but you don't know what I'm talking about, rather than that lamp or like artificial light. So he was saying how in older times something which seems more real, more human made the moment seem more real, more intimate, and direct. The third article that we read, or reading that we read, was called Why I Hate 3D, and basically the author was talking about how badly 3D has been used in this era and how it's been applied to only movies which wouldn't benefit from 3D. Like, for example, any remake out there clearly was not meant to be made or remade in 3D because they had no intention of it, especially if it was an older movie. But he also said for a short period of time that there are some movies which are intended on using 3D which benefit from it because that is how they are supposed to be seen in theaters. So that is what the author said about that, and it's kind of like basically just how you use it or when you use it, whether or not it makes 3D good or bad. But because it's used a lot more badly than it is in a good way, that makes it seem bad all the time. So the fourth reading that we did was called We Robots, and it was talking about how it was reflecting on a book about robots being on the level of real human relationships, and it was kind of alluding to the fact that humans today, through technology, are limited in their like human qualities. So it presented both good evidence of what it could be and bad evidence, but the author overall concluded that it's not good or bad. It depends on how we use technology that makes it good or bad. I mean, the author basically just stated it is up to us whether or not we see it as good or bad. And then the last reading that we did was called The Joy of Texting, and this talked about like the unspoken rules of texting and how the author talked about how she liked to like break the rules and go outside of the boundaries of texting when she did text. Nope. Okay, it kind of shut down for a little bit. So that is that, and then so the way that media has changed argumentation, basically, it hasn't, just as the author of the We Robots reading said, it hasn't. Media hasn't altered it in just a good way or just a bad way. It's basically just been a change in the way things are presented to the public that just has to be taken into consideration every single time we are making an argument. Some of these ways that it has changed, though, is it's been more efficient to be able to share ideas with each other, and a way that it has lessened the quality is the tone in which people try to argue with through media can really be varied and unclear, which can hurt the quality of the argument. And overall, the media has it's just changed the way things are presented, and we have to use it and take advantage of the good that we can do with it, and try and lessen the amount of bad things that the media presents to us. So basically, the outcome of what we see the media as is based on how we use it, and that's the concluding statement I'm going to say during this video blog. So there you go.